Okay, class. So this is a little discussion about what we want to see in your week 4 presentation. I'm going to be sending this template out to you that you're welcome to use for your presentation template, or you can create your own. There's a total of 8 slides, including the references slide and the title page. So basically 6 slides with the issues. And then what you're going to do is present. You're going to record yourself presenting your presentation, and I will have a separate tutorial on how to do that. Okay, so let's go through the slides again one more time real quick. So I've added a overview of the topic slide. So this is just introducing the topic. What is the topic? What is the issue? Okay, and then kind of brief description of the education, the population, the education sectors, and so forth. Okay. Next slide is the important slide. This is where you're talking about the pain points of that are being experienced by the population, okay, that you're studying. So if we're talking about homeless children grades 1 through 6, and they're in the inner city, they're homeless, they have probably siblings, they have a single parent, they're at risk for food and sustenance and shelter, and they're trying to get an education. So kind of tell us, what is this pain point? What are people, what is this population experiencing? Okay, what are the dynamics, policy that's impacting them, or services that are not being provided, things like that. Okay, so talk about that. Then talk about the stakeholders. So we know the population, and perhaps you've already introduced the education side of it, but what about the schools? How are they handling it? What about the parents? What about the services that are being provided? So what is this environment that is setting up this situation and this issue? And are there people who are saying two different things? Are there arguments and debates going on here where the schools are saying, hey, we need services, we need support, and the policymakers are saying, you guys have everything you need, right? So talk about the dynamics between the stakeholders. All right, you have already found an academic study. Tell us about it. What did that study have to say? And you can just pull directly from your paper on that study or your discussion board commentary and posts on that study. We want to hear the study briefly. Why did they do this research? What was their goal? What was the methodology? Did they find? What were their recommendations? Okay. Finally, I want to hear about solutions. What are the possible solutions for this problem or this dynamic, this issue? What are things that you've learned that could really solve this problem? All right. And just talk about no more than 1 or 2 solutions. 1 is great, 2 is great, no more than 1 or 2. Just dig in on those 1 or 2 solutions that are really going to make a difference to this population. Okay, what are you hoping that this solution will do? How is it going to be implemented? How is it going to impact the world of education, right? So just focus on the 1 or 2 solutions, and then just an overview of what you told us. In this presentation, I discussed this issue of homeless children trying to get an education. The concerns are that they are, don't have access to just living. They're at risk and just in living and finding food and so forth. And they're trying to get an education. On top of that, educators are trying to provide those services are not being provided, but the solution is blah, blah, blah. So just a quick overview, right? And then your references, and you don't really need to speak to your references. Don't even talk to this. That's just available for us as we need it. Okay. All right. So next I'm going to show you how to capture a PowerPoint recording of yourself presenting. Okay, so I'm going to put this out here pretty soon. You guys have access to this template. Thank you.